Hey now, you're an all-star. They may have paved paradise and put up a parking lot, but there are still places, forgotten, overgrown, damp, where the spirits remain. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to invoke Shrek, not as a meme, but as an ancient and powerful swamp-based guardian spirit. He is not a joke, he is not your friend, he is the final line of defense between the natural world and the encroaching asphalt of man. So let's begin. First, we've got to understand the ogre. In many contemporary spiritual systems, we find ourselves returning to archetypes, figures that hold meaning across time, across culture, and across countless digital forums. Shrek is one such creature. First appearing to us in the year 2001 in the forms of a DreamWorks animation, Shrek embodies a rich folkloric tradition. The solitary guardian, the hermit of the swamp, the reluctant protector. But he's more than just fiction. He's what Carl Jung would call a living symbol, an egregore that has taken root in the collective unconscious, growing moss-covered and deep. He teaches us to live simply, to protect what is ours, to demand boundaries, to leave room for mud and mushrooms and strange insects. If you've ever felt the urge to disappear into the woods and build a home out of discarded wood and stubbornness, Shrek has already touched you. So when should you invoke Shrek? Not every situation calls for this swamp guardian. He's not to be called lightly or for petty revenge. He won't help you with your math test. He won't fix your romantic entanglements. He is, after all, an ogre. You should invoke him when a sacred wild space is under threat. You feel your personal boundaries have been overstepped. You require the strength to be unapologetically yourself, or you are surrounded by idiots and wish to radiate a low, menacing aura of do not disturb. The presence of Shrek is powerful, primal, assertive, and sometimes surprisingly tender. But before you can invoke Shrek, you've got to prepare the swamp within. You've got to become swamp-minded, if you will. This means shedding the sterile, corporate, and artificial. For the next 24 hours, you need to avoid the following: fluorescent lighting, corporate coffee chains, anything with the words light, diet, or low carb, and email. Instead, embrace dampness, privacy, mushrooms, either literal or metaphorical, and crude but functional objects. Bathe in silence, eat with your hands, sit on the floor. Let the natural filth of the world reacquaint itself with you. You are not dirty, you are becoming a rich microbial community. Once you've done that preparatory step, you're ready for the invocation rite. Here's the rite itself. You want to prepare this at twilight when the frogs begin speaking and the air turns viscous. Step 1 is setting the space. Choose an outdoor location with mud, moss, or stagnant water. If unavailable, a bathtub with Epsom salts and a handful of potting soil will suffice. Light a single candle in an old soot-covered jar. Step 2 is the offering. Place a raw onion on a flat stone or plate. Do not peel it. Onions are sacred. Each layer is a metaphor, and each tear that you shed when cutting it is a tribute. Step 3 is the chant. Stand barefoot. Place your hand over your heart and recite the following 3 times. By mud and by mire, by fart and by fire, guardian green, hear my desire. Swamp fire, father, boundary keeper, ogre divine. Come forth now from nettle and brine. Pause after each repetition. If you feel a breeze or a shifting in the shadows, don't speak. Let him observe you. He decides if you're worth his time. Step 4 is the gesture. Bend your knees slightly, plant your feet wide, and raise your arms as if you're declaring, "This is my swamp." Then hold this posture for 1 full minute. You may feel warmth at the base of your spine, the scent of wet bark, and an overwhelming desire to tell somebody to leave you alone. This is totally normal. And then after the ritual, Shrek may manifest in subtle ways, maybe an unexpected rainstorm during a zoning meeting, a raccoon taking up residence in your attic, sudden growth of cattails on your driveway, or having a vivid dream about swamp beasts' teeth and soft moss beds. Take these as signs of his favor. Treat them with respect. Do not post about them on Reddit. This is between you and the muck. A few things to keep in mind. Never invoke Shrek indoors unless you are fully prepared for plumbing issues. Do not mix Shrek invitation with fairy magic. The tension between their courts is ancient and unresolved. And above all, if you hear Smash Mouth playing faintly in the distance, run. You've gone too far. The world is burning. The forests are vanishing. The air smells like plastic and regret, but somewhere deep in the wetlands of the soul, an ogre still watches, still waits, still guards. Invoke wisely, invoke only when needed, and remember, not all green beings are friendly, but some are fiercely on your side. Subscribe for more teachings, and as always, stay boggy.